Hey guys, so today I'm here with a bonus video I wasn't expecting to make. Now the reason for this unexpected video was today I was out at a gaming fair run by a local gaming group called Plymouth Association of Wargamers. Now as a gaming club they run various war games and that sort of thing throughout the year for their club members. But once a year they run basically a 2-day mini convention where various different games are demoed and a lot of dealers are invited to come and sell things. They also have a bring and buy table, and that's what brings us on to the piece of my childhood that I mentioned in the title. And that is, well, quite simply known as Hero Quest.
Whoa!
So for those of you that don't know, Hero Quest was and is the attempt to bridge the wonderful world between board gaming and roleplay gaming. It was made in about 1989 originally, and was a co-production between British wargame producer Games Workshop and Milton Bradley, aka MB Games. It was at the time seen as a way to get new players into wargaming and also, more importantly, into roleplay gaming. It is basically a board game version of a dungeon crawl, with all the sort of usual things you'd expect, like maps, monsters, spell cards. It's a very simplistic system that uses very straightforward, easy to pick up mechanics. That way you could give people a taste of what doing Dungeons & Dragons or whatever other fantasy roleplay game systems you wanted to use were, but with a rule set that anybody could pick up. Now, I used to own a set of this maybe nearly 20 years ago, and I'll be honest, somewhere along the line I don't remember where, when, or why I got rid of that set. So I was super excited to find this today. And I paid about 60 quid for this. But what really gets me about this, I'm just going to get behind the camera for a change so that you can see this, is, as you will see, the quality of this was well worth the price, because it's all still in the box. In fact, you know, the character sheets are all there, the tiles, even the Dungeon Master's screen. Oh! One of the character tiles has fallen out. It's all still mounted. I'm actually a little bit nervous about this because it's in such fantastic condition. But board games are meant to be played. See, look, all of the figures there still on their sprue, the little monster cards, and there are spell cards and stuff in here as well, all still sealed. And, oh man, this brings back some memories. It's a simple preset map. Later versions like Advanced Hero Quest would have individual sections that you would slot together. But this is one big section, and then you would just put doors on the rooms that you were using. Now, there was a preset campaign in one of the books there, but the idea was that you could use your own setup as well. Okay. So, as I said, it was a very simplistic game. And you would play one of 4 characters. These 4 guys here. So we've got the Barbarian. He's the fighty guy. He doesn't do any magic. He just goes in and hits things very hard with a sword. We've got the wizard. He's all about the magic, but he's very squishy. The dwarf, who was also a fighter, but was good at finding traps, because dwarves are good at, you know, understanding tunnels and mines, apparently. In fact, I think that's a thing they have in D&D as well, so that makes sense. And the elf, who can fight, but also knows a bit of magic. And this, at the time, this is very much like D&D was at the time, because some of the versions of D&D that existed in the late 80s, early 90s, class and race were pretty much the same thing in some of the more simplistic versions. What I like about this, and why it's so good, is that combat, ultimately, you had to roll these special dice here. And as you can see, they've got skulls and shields on. We also have an evil icon that represents Morcar, which is the name of the evil villainous wizard in this. But combat ultimately was about rolling your dice, and you wanted to get more skulls than your opponent got shields. So 4 players would play, up to 4 players could play this, and one would play the Dungeon Master or Morcar. Really simplistic. In fact, so simplistic that I'm probably wanting for a while to do maybe a live playthrough. So I might actually get some friends around at some point and do a playthrough of this and record that and put it up for you guys, because it takes like maybe half an hour to play a mission of this, maybe an hour tops, which is good because a roleplay game session, at least for me and the friends I play with, is usually about 3 hours, so that doesn't condense well into a YouTube video. This would. I'll probably, if I do make a video, I might start with just the actual ones from the box, but I would definitely like to maybe play around with that and add a bit more of a roleplay element to this. As I said, you know, this is an amazing find for me, because I had a set, I bought a set really cheap. I think I paid like 50p for this, for the set that I had. Which was in almost as good condition as this. It wasn't on the sprue, but it was still fantastic condition. And I wasn't a particularly good painter at the time, and I painted at some of the models. And somewhere along the line, I got rid of it. So when I saw this today, I was like, I have to buy this. I mean, I can't get over the fact that here is a game. I think this particular version was from 1991 rather than the 1989 original release, but it's all still there, it's never been removed. Yeah, the box is a little bit scuffed up in places and the shrink wrap's been removed, but to find something that came out so long ago in such amazing condition is, for somebody like me, it's great. But it's not going to stay like that, because board games and roleplay games are meant to be played, and I will play this. I absolutely will. Do you guys have a favourite board game or roleplay game that means a lot to you in your childhood? Or you know, tell me about it. Leave comments in the links in the comments below. I'd love to hear about it. Maybe you played this game. Maybe you played Space Crusade, which was another game that Games Workshop and Milton Bradley, or MB Games, made, which was basically Space Hulk, which also had the first appearance of Necrons, if you remember that. In fact, I've never played Space Crusade. I'd love to find that, but I know games like this in Space Crusade go for quite good money, especially in this condition. But yeah, you know, just tell me below. What did you play? What would you play? What would you love to play again? What would you, if you could find a game from your childhood in a bring and buy or online or whatever, how much would you be prepared to pay for this? As I said, I paid 60 quid for this. I've already done my research. This is probably worth, in this condition, twice that, but that's not why I bought it. Anyway, I say this was a real short video that I just wanted to basically gesticulate about how excited I was to find this. I'm going to be making some more videos. I've got another video response I want to do actually soon for a World of Darkness games, one that Humble GM did. I've also got a video talking about villains and how to make villains cool in your games. So if you want to stay tuned for those, then there is a subscribe button that you can hit below. That will keep you up to date whenever I release a new video. As always, if you've enjoyed this, leave it a thumbs up, and you can follow me on social media. All of that is in the description below. I am a very enthusiastic gamer, and I will see you soon.